This is Omar Nashashibi with the Franklin Partnership in Washington, D.C., bringing you 2 Minutes with One Voice, your weekly video up the National Tooling and Machining Association and Precision Metal Forming Association. After months of waiting and weeks of delays, OSHA here in Washington, D.C. on Monday, June 21st, finally issued its COVID Emergency Temporary Standard, well past the March 15th deadline set by President Biden. Most importantly, after meetings throughout May and early June with stakeholders, including our coalition member companies and other stakeholders, OSHA issued a much more limited ETS than expected, largely focusing on the healthcare workplaces. PMA and NTMA succeeded in lobbying the previous administration, starting in June 2020, to not take a one-size-fits-all approach when setting new COVID workplace safety rules, as manufacturers and restaurants are very different environments, as is the hospital that is the primary target of this new ETS. Our success continued with this administration's action that does not make changes to existing COVID rules under OSHA for manufacturers and general businesses. This is important for all our members and our manufacturing businesses who have faced a constant set of changing rules, and they will likely continue now to change for a little bit, but at least we have some stability coming from OSHA here at the federal level. While the ETS does not affect members directly, OSHA did issue guidance on June 10, aligning their policies now with the May 28 CDC guidance. The new OSHA guidance differentiates between fully vaccinated employees and protections still needed for those not fully vaccinated or unable to receive a COVID-19 vaccine. OSHA states most employers no longer need to take steps to protect their workers from workplace COVID exposure in any workplace or well-defined portions of a workplace where employees are fully vaccinated. And that's the important thing that they bold on their guidance right now online. Employers should still take steps to protect unvaccinated or otherwise at-risk workers in their workplaces or well-defined portions of the workplace. So those with mixed vaccinations and non-workforce, not throughout their workforces, must continue to follow the new guidance and CDC requirements. So even if you've got a mix of vaccinated and unvaccinated, it's important to make sure you're continuing to follow those protocols in designated spaces or throughout the entire shop. Keep in mind, though, this is just from Washington, D.C., and employers must still follow their state and local guidelines. For example, California just last week issued yet another update from Cal OSHA to their standards. As always, employers should consult their labor counsel and HR professionals when making decisions related to the workplace. This has been your 2-minute update from One Voice in Washington, D.C.